The qualifications is the foundation of this pyramid, which means that anything that you screw up with the things that we're talking about here, and I mean more broadly than just your qualifications, marketing activities, website, image, and reputation, it's going to screw up everything downstream. So you really want to be careful with this. You really want to be cognizant about not giving the lawyer any ordnance, any ammunition that the lawyer on the other side can use to club you over the head with. So let's start with qualifications and how to avoid getting clubbed over the head unnecessarily. What's the first rule? Stay within your true area of expertise. Stay within your sandbox. So as an expert, you need to define what your assignment is and make sure that every facet of that assignment is something that is within your true area of expertise. So we see this problem rear its ugly head in medical malpractice cases all the time. We work on a lot of medical malpractice cases. So we were just teaching a course in California, and we had an expert witness, and he was a medical malpractice expert for the plaintiff, and he said, the defendant was of the same specialty that he was, and he said that, this doctor defendant screwed up. There was a breach of standard of care, and he should have referred this out to a specialist, of which the expert was not that specialist, which is all well and good. That's certainly within the area, the true area of expertise of the expert. But then the expert went too far, and he said, and that would have made a difference. And would have made a difference. This is a primary care doctor, was either a neurology or a cardiology or an interventional cardiology or an oncology. I forget the exact situation was, but that expert wasn't an oncologist, and they really didn't know. They really didn't have the qualifications to talk about, to give an opinion on what difference it would have made had there been earlier treatment, other than to say earlier is always better. So things like that are, can always be a problem. And it's one of the lowest of the low-hanging fruits is to look for any opinion. If you give 3 opinions, 4 opinions, 5 opinions, 2, 3, 4 of them may be well within your area of expertise. Where the experts usually get themselves into trouble is by giving that last extra opinion. Don't do it. You know what? If the lawyer, the lawyer may pressure you to do this because they don't want to pay for another expert, because it would be cheaper for them. It would be easier for them. It would be quicker for them to just have one expert and have that one expert give all the opinions in the case. So there's something I want you to remember about that, which is going to be very useful in your analyses and how you deal with a lot of the problems, a lot of the issues that come up with lawyers. We'll get to that right in a second. All right, and I apologize because, as you guys know, my drawing stinks. But we're going to do this. It's also tough to write on a computer screen. So if you remember, if you only remember 10 or 15 things from this course, this is one thing that I want you to remember, and it will really guide you. It will give you a compass to guide you through your interactions with the lawyers. Okay? So here we have the scenario where a lawyer wants you to give give an opinion that is stretching your area of expertise, or is clearly outside of your area of expertise, or you're not 100% comfortable with your qualifications giving an opinion in that area. And the reason that he wants to do that, or she wants to do that, is because, as we discussed, it would be easier that way, it would be cheaper that way, it would be quicker that way. Okay, now all of those problems, the cost, the time, and the difficulty, right? There's only 2 types of problems in the world. There's your problems and there's somebody else's problems. Those 3 problems that I just indicated to you, that we just talked about, they are clearly over here. They're on this side of the ledger. That's the lawyer's problems. That's somebody else's problem, right? And it's not your responsibility to and it's not a good idea to turn the lawyer's problem into your problem, because that'll put you into a world of hurt. So it'll become your problem when you start giving an opinion that's outside of your true area of expertise, and you got a good, competent, aggressive lawyer on the other side that's going to rip you apart. So don't let somebody else's problem, don't let the lawyer's problems become your problem. Just say no. You can say it politely, but I ain't doing that. I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable doing that, counselor. I'm sorry. I could recommend an oncologist for you, attorney so-and-so. I'd be happy to do so. I could recommend 3 oncologists that you might want to contact in a situation like that. Oh, but don't worry, the case is going to settle. This will never see the light of day. Look, write this down. Whenever the lawyer says don't worry, worry. Don't take any chances. This is a marathon, not a sprint. This is your reputation. Your reputation, as we talked about earlier, could be worth $6 million or more over the course of your career. Don't screw around with stuff like this. Do not give opinions outside of your area of expertise. Do not turn somebody else's problems into your problems. Seek is the expert witness training company. What you have just seen has been excerpted from Seek's course, How to Start, Build, and Run a Successful Expert Witness Practice. Thank you for watching.